So let's go to Maven Central and you can search for JWT. Okay, so you will get all these options here, out of which you have to select this io.json web token JWT, and you will get all the versions in here. We are going to use this latest version 0.9.1 and select this dependency, copy it, go to your pom.xml, and in the dependencies section we are going to add this dependency. Control A, Control I for formatting your code, save it, and this will start downloading the dependency that is required for JWT token generation. Now after adding the dependency, let's move to the actual business part. So in the token service, in this method we are going to generate the JWT token, and for that we will use this piece of code. Let's import all the dependencies: UUID, instant.now, and expiration time as instant.now, plus how many minutes you want. I want to keep this token valid for 10 minutes. So from current time, now this chronicle units is minutes. You can keep it hours, you can keep it days, but for me I want to keep it active for 10 minutes. So let's see what's happening here. This JWT token, I'm using this JWTs builder that is coming from your JWTs io.json web token, and the claim is basically the things that you want to send as a payload. Basically you can keep it anything in here, the username, password, or any claims or any payloads that you want to send. And the subject, you can skip it if you want, if it is not required. Let me skip it. Then we are setting the ID to this, that is a UUID generated randomly by using the Java utils. Then I'm setting the issue time and the expiration time dot compact. So this is used for combining all of this and then forming the JWT token. Now in here we are not using any kind of signature for generating the token. In this whole series of video we are going to make three kind of JWT tokens. One is using without any signature. The second will be using some kind of algorithm and signature for generating the JWT token, and the third one will be using the private key and public key pairs for generating the JWT token. Alright, so this is very simple one. We are not using any kind of algorithm. Okay, basically we are returning the JWT token, right? So this JWT token we will be using it in this object class. So we'll create a new JWT token class. This is a duplicate. Let me name it something else. Okay. And in this object class, we will be setting we are not getting anything to set. Let's check if we have the setters and the getters in this method. So we have used the lombok in this setters and getters at the rate data in this application, but it is somehow it is not able to recognize this data. That's because we need to install lombok for this workspace. So let's not do it now, we will do it later. Let me generate the setters and getters manually. Go to the source and generate setters and getters, save it. Now come to your service class and now try to set your JSON Web Token. It's this one. I have set it. Now We also need to set the account type in here. Account type. So we can hard code it, or we can use it in the method signature. We can use it in the, we can call that headers in the method signature. Let me go ahead and call it from the method signature, so that we can so that we do not have to hard code it, we can get it from the headers itself. So let's keep it simple for now. We will just hard code it and later we will modify it. So let me give it saving account. All right, and I will return this JSON Web Token. So let's go to our controller, and in here we are returning this null. Instead of that, we will be returning a response entity. Okay, so this response entity will be taking two parameters. One is the status, that is http status dot ok, and other parameter is our request body, and the request body is token signature dot generate token. Okay, so the request body comes the first part, and after that the status. So this is the response entity that will be returned. It will call this service generate token, and then it will return the JSON Web Token, and we can see that in the Postman. So we are done with the basic implementation, a happy path. Let's go and test it. So just run it as a Spring Boot application. Meanwhile, I will open the Postman. So the Tomcat has started at port 8080. My Postman is getting launched. So let me go ahead and create a post method, and it will be on http :/localhost 8080 slash the endpoint that we exposed, that is generate JWT token. Alright, the body, what is the request body that it is asking? It is asking for account number, account type, and user type. Let me also generate a setters and the getters in here. So the account type, the next is account number, and the user type. Alright, also we need the headers. So what are all the headers we have? One is the API version. We can give it anything, as it is a required field. It will give us error if we don't give the headers. So message ID, I am just keeping it a random one. This Postman will generate a random UUID. And now our application is up. Let me send the request. Okay, so we have got a 200 response. Along with that, we have got the account tab as saving account, and we have got the JWT token. So in the beginning we discussed that the JWT token will be in the three forms separated with the dot: the header, the payload, and the signature. Alright, but in this token generation we have not used any kind of algorithm or signature, so it's displayed in the two parts only. Let me copy this and go to JWT official website. Okay, so this is the JWT official website. We come down here, and in the encoded portion, if you give the token that you have just generated, you will see that the header part is having the algorithm that is showing as a null. Alright, the payload part, these are all the payload that we have sent. If you go and check it, it will be same to same, and we have not given any kind of signature for it. Alright, so that's how you verify if the token that you have generated is generated correctly. Alright, so this is as simple as that, right?